back into the general selection of Champion Select and starting it up. Ori has always been a good band. She does an awful lot. She brings utility, she brings... We're not giving Mandrax his fish. The enemy bot lane into safe picks again, which I personally feel is not beneficial to their team. On Zyra. Zyra did do an amazing job last game, so props to the Zyra player.
Yeah, he's been
Zyra play. Like, as someone who can't play Zyra, it's really impressive to watch like good Zyras actually do their job.
since she got nerfed.
Yeah, and Siobhan last ban, but the shift ban means Renekton is a little bit safer of a top lane pick, only because like Renekton shift.
It gets picked though.
That's kind of scary, especially when put something on paper. Hey, we're gonna do something a little bit more out there, but they make it difficult to play properly against an Evelynn, especially in solo lanes.
Yep. There's not very. Yes, it's not really where you like sit it. I mean, I guess you can buy a pink and sit it in river, but
one of the biggest tricks with playing against Evelynn, especially, she reveals herself by getting attacked by them, so you can have a general idea of where she's coming from. Most Evelynn counterplay responsible, unless you're intending to die, which doesn't happen. Because one of the few people who can stand toe-to-toe with the Evelynn player is going to be your jungler. Most lanes really can't. Let's see the Janna pickup. So, Janna and Evelynn.
oh yeah.
Like, that lane's going to be really, really hard, and they haven't picked an ADC yet, so... Plays Janna like she plays the Zyra, then we're going to be in for a very good shot. Lucian, he did well last game. It was on the other side, but it looks like he's going to do the same answer. Different answer, like if when they've picked Renekton and this guy obviously feels confident that he can handle
I think these top laners, they like their boxing matches.
Oh yeah, and it's always entertaining. Like, good top laners just duke it out. It's literally just it's a boxing match, as you said. It's what is real top lane, and it's great. And we do see the Jarvan that I really think does well against the Olaf pick. Now that is a really ballsy pick.
I would put my money on None More Black going top and Ragnarok going mid with the Ahri.
If you pick the Ahri out, it's going to be really important that they make Ahri win.
I don't see None More Black taking Ahri.
Really, really powerful.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna come down really. I think, assuming if every like AoE assassination that's going to be coming from, you got your Leona Jarvan that's going to be in first, Renekton right behind. I don't see the DFG rush because most assassins aren't really like, for some reason it's falling. Really good item on Ahri. I'll be interested to see the matchup because Mandrake. And I will hold my tongue.
Barrier mid, that's pretty interesting.
Your mid lane, you're against like a LeBlanc, Ahri.
He's
It's just
that
it's
afraid
shutting
of
down.
the charm.
Yeah. Necessarily fear of being charmed, but more of if
Cleanse doesn't really help.
pretty hard actually.
Yeah,
if she can
that's
get
very
her
true.
pace in the lane, and the whole point is like Ahri's got her. If the charm does hit, now he has a okay, oh shit, charm hit. It's a.
Should be a pretty good match.
Yeah, I'm seeing the ignite on.
It seems like the laning was the lanes went fairly even except for Darkwing Duck.
Last match, like he was everywhere. They got every dragon. They had control. He contested their red buff without any rotation. Like every lane was scared to move on it, and he set the pace of the game. Between like honestly, it's the behind the scenes players that really make the team. Make players like Mandrakes look so good. It's your jungler that's making them afraid to move. It's your support that's landing every Zyra E was most of the game was hit. Just stuff like that. Puts these already good players like Mandrakes and carries and stuff. It just makes them look that much better. Like when your carry's looking great, it's all, you know, it's the people behind the scenes that you also got to look to.
See if they can keep tabs on Eve this game.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to see a couple, at least words at like Wraith Camp or Wolf Camp, just so they can actually see the see her farming, so they know, have a general idea of where she is. Hulk Hogan Camp, brother. Damn it. Anyway.
Anyone, 1v5, Van, he'll take you.
Damn.
1v5, don't ban Rumble. I have to say the Good Vibes bot lane looks a lot better.
Yeah,
with the matching skins.
There it is, man. It's all about winter time.
Skins are winning. Skin win.
See, the only reason I buy skins is so I can win lane. So I fully understand that. So we do see the pickups. Let's take a look at starting items. We're going to see the Doran Shield coming out on the Leo again. I wonder if Janna's also going to go for the Doran Shield. Definitely. Everyone's a big fan of that, at least in these matches.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
And we actually don't see the, I guess you don't need Sweeping Lens on Evelynn. I guess that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, you don't.
See,
That's one of the
so
benefits is that she
to
can go
see-
yellow and just like she can counter, like she can ward the buff really easily.
I like it when they scream. 30 seconds until minions spawn. I like it when they scream.
700 flat health on Leona level 1. That is scary.
It's a lot of HP.
Try to leave a dent.
It's a lot of HP 5 too. She's got 22 HP 5 level 1. That's
Minions have spawned.
huge. And back to the brawling top lane, and again we're seeing the Sivir Janna. They played the push to hit level 2 last time, and we are seeing a very similar play again. In situations like this, it's very important, you know, for a Leona lane to hit level 2 at least at the same time. Renekton does hit 2 first top. He probably could have punished the Olaf. But as usual, there's it's just hitting each other. Every time they walk up for creeps, they're hitting each other. Picking up a little bit of minion aggro. We do see Evelynn get double buff. And she has 1 point in every skill now, popping another potion, probably looking for a gank at this point. Really, all they have to do here is bait a Leona E in, and actually, there's the E. It missed. Thank goodness for Leona it missed, actually. That would have been a really, really bad turn. And Darkwing is just shadowing bot lane right now, looking for the same bot lane snowball that he got last game. A good tornado hits. We're going to probably... We're not going to see any Summoner's Burn. Well done. Very well done by Purple Team. They knew what they were going to do, and...
Interesting.
Chose not to. We see Lucian basing with a potion, decides that he doesn't want to stay. Does pop the potion, stays anyway, big wave pushing. I don't think there's too much dive threat because the Leona's there. But I've been wrong before, so I'm not going to count this guy out. Mandrakes does have a pretty formidable CS lead already. 7 CS at this stage of the game is pretty huge. Leo does miss another Zenith Blade, but you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so good on her for throwing them out. And Renekton going in actually has a lot of health. Sadly used the Fury bar on the second half of the Slice and Dice, which is not going to help his exchanges. And the legendary Mandrake's poke is real.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Evelyn is showing a little bit of face in the direction of bot again, or counter jungling. It's a really bold path by Evelyn. Walking around right now. We do see the engage going on the Janna. The Ignite goes down. They're disengaging, but they definitely have to be careful. Barrier does go down on Lucian. Lucian only 100 health, and Evelyn comes in, but there's nothing for her. So Evelyn's put a lot of time into bot lane, and actually hasn't got too much out of it. I'd say that the amount of time that she's put there, Jarvan's been farming. I think this is actually benefiting her.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And a really good play top lane. I think we're going to see a dead Olaf. First blood goes to Renekton. And we do see a beautiful connection. With just enough. Oh my goodness! Does Sivir's E doesn't cost mana now? I was gonna say she didn't have enough mana, but
yeah.
My goodness, it's been a while. So well done on their part. Disengage that. Evelyn's not snowballing, and as long as mid can maintain some, keep on the same level here.
The Sivir's really overcompensating these days with her kid.
Yeah,
she's really strong.
Oh, she's phenomenally strong, and there's a lot of things she does really, really well. She has a few, weaknesses obviously as December champion, but I think on a whole her laning phase is it's bully based, and that's phenomenal. Right now, bully based laners are what's winning.
Definitely.
See, for a while it was the Vayne pick, even your Ashe pick, you're really, really scaling champions. But now it's definitely favoring whoever can dominate the laning phase and rotate quick. It's almost a Korean style, but nothing exactly to that level. I mean, if you've watched OGN at all, it's their games are so explosively fast.
I think that it's because the most rewarded play style is sort of like an active zone control kind of. Just push the lanes, control all the objectives, farm the jungle, do all that stuff.
I definitely agree. And I don't know if at the end of Season 3, I'm not sure if they were doing it, there was a Taiwanese team that was actually running 3 Smite for a while, and just contesting every buff. And they actually won a really big tournament on 3 Smite. They ran it on their support, their jungler, and their mid lane. Which, it sounds just completely out there, and it's a little off topic, but there
it sounds. I think 2 would be. I don't see 3 with conservation, like all 3 with conservation items, as well.
In all honesty, I'm not entirely sure everyone's build path. I know that they. I know the idea of it was after the first buff rotation. Every buff they would go in and it was heavy ward, heavy stealing. It was at the end of Season 3. My ranked team tried it but failed to complete. Some wonderful action going on bot lane. We do bring summoners. I'm gonna get back on topic with the game. I get sidetracked. I'm terrible about it. We see
Characters are
Darkwing
taller
Duck
than the trees
CS
because they are the legends in the League of Legends.
Oh, there's a pink ward going. This is the Evelyn counter. That's
Yep.
and Renekton actually is showing like Olaf and Evelyn were kind of sketched out for a second there. That's a 2v1. That shows how dominant that Renekton is actually being in this lane.
Yeah. Hilariously shoos her off for a moment. Forces Olaf to come pressure. Oof. The bombs mid. They hurt
Yeah,
so
Ziggs
much.
has been putting the bully. Bully is real mid lane.
Quite a CS difference happening mid.
Yeah. Mid lane is
34.
snowballing in the direction of Ziggs. And there's really not much. Like, Ari's pretty much forced to rush that DFG, and it's a long way to that Neos Ardrad. I was gonna say it's a long way to the top, but I was not gonna start singing on stream. But we are seeing Evelyn bot lane again, just kind of hanging out. We might see Leo. She's been taking the Zenith Blades, so they seem at least semi-aware. There's no real way for that to happen, though. Jarvan does take his red buff, so he's gonna have to base here. And Mandrake's with the manliest of plays, living up to his name. The ult does miss. Ari using her dashes in like melee range, completely unexpected, but actually not a bad play. Ziggs bouncing bomb if you throw it. If you throw it, let's not talk about those plays. Mandrake's. And we do see the all-in coming down on bot lane. A really good. Oh my goodness! I really thought the second tower shot would hit, but they do get the Leo. Leo probably could have walked out, but she did choose to Zenith Blade in. I thought the kill might have happened as well, but Evelyn reset with her W and got away just fine. And that's really what Evelyn's looking for. She's looking for just an outlet into this game. Because she's not farming even close to what Jarvan is, so she needs the kills.
Yeah, Eve being underfarmed might become a problem for them pretty soon.
We do see just the trades for Renekton is big.
Oh yeah, he's a big boy.
Like, the CS lead's not huge, but the dominant factor, he's got the kill, and he's just been really just scary to look at. We do see Evelyn coming around for a lane gang, so I wonder if this is actually something they're gonna... We are gonna see a kill on Olaf regardless. They're just gonna trade the 1-for-1. Evelyn's gonna shove it out. That's gonna put her in a lot better position, but it is probably gonna hurt Olaf even further, because he needs the gold right now, and he didn't get the kill.
Engage is going on bot.
Plays bot lane.
Game Freak about to get taken down. He flashes out of the Leona ult though. Or sorry, out of the range of Sivir, rather.
Jarvan is in the mix right here.
Jarvan's here
Leo's
to save
looking.
him though.
That
Well,
push
are
is
they going to
not
communicate? Nope, looks like Game Freak's going to go ahead and recall there. Not sure
Leo
if
is
he
a
could have
little cautious
stayed and
because of last place she
made a
her
difference
tower
there.
A little bit sketchy, but I definitely think this is good.
Not sure
I
if
think
there's
we
any
should be
kill
taking
potential
this.
here though, even with red buff. Red buff's
Buff's
gone,
about to
so
expire.
looks like Kronos and Ohm might be able to just take this turret for good
They
vibes
take
here
mid,
in bot
they're
lane.
probably gonna take this bottom tower too.
Yep. Maybe
They're
not.
not gonna- They won't get it now. It's very, very wounded. They do have to watch out because this is something that got them into a little bit of trouble last game. Was the fact that they really didn't have a global presence, and we don't see the tower force, the tower shove, or the move to force a dragon play either. So full Sunfire Cape now on Renekton. That's scary. just taking a look across the map, the CS lead is pretty huge in the favor of Sivir in this bot lane.
Yeah. So
Actually, it was
31.
not. I wasn't looking, and it's very, very big. And Ziggs also there's a Ari's really respecting this Ziggs player as well. Looks like we're gonna see an Abyssal before we see a completed DFG. That could be a good call because their jungler's ability power and the Negatron right really help. But that's gonna hurt her farming. Flat ability power would really be nice for her to actually help her get
Darkwing
the
Duck
CS that she
coming
needs
in
to
bot
get for the
here.
wave clear.
Looking for an opportunity.
Evelyn again in the spot lane. And again with the disengaged Leo wall, that's wow. Mandrake. And I don't think Ari has damage to really do anything about this. This is
No.
one of the negatives of of rushing Megatron. We are seeing Leo getting and Game Freak sticking with it. A Zenith back to Janna. That's gonna see a kill on. Oh, the tower does die.
Has been destroyed.
It's a close skill shot. We are gonna see. Oh goodness, that drops to very.
Eve getting taken out by the ignite.
Yeah, that was good. Now
That
tower
was
had
not a 1-for-1 though. They lost
Yeah.
Jarvan as well.
Yeah, and the tower. So like,
Yeah.
their lead is top lane's gonna have to do a lot to really like get. Ari needs some love. That's really what this comes down to. Is they need to take Ari and spoon feed her a couple kills, or
Yeah.
get in a position or pull a 3-man. Have Leo. This is one of those things. Ari's a carry, and a carry needs gold. If he's not CSing properly in lane, because man, he's a dominant laner from every game I've seen him. He's a very dominant laner. We have to be aware of it. We are going to see Ragnarok actually just dropping, even with the Megatron. So, let's Leona take the blue buff. Not sure if that was intended for miscommunication. But a lot of times Evelyn's been bottom. It's not the worst thing to have Solar Flare up on a slightly lower cooldown. We are going to see the Dragon play coming around from blue buff, or from blue team. Looks like Evelyn's coming up, Sivir's coming up.
Yep.
And this is those times where all the pressure's on connectivity now. And I hate to look at it like that, but it's really, he's the lane that's winning.
Blue team slain the dragon.
Like, if I was on the map, you could convince me that his lane wasn't winning because I haven't felt the advantage yet. Like, he hasn't gotten out of the lane. And he's also, that trade was actually really favorable to Olaf. But he hasn't gotten out of the lane. We haven't really seen outside of, he got 2 kills. He's really strong, but when other lanes are losing so heavily, that presence needs to be felt on the map. I think one good rotation to maybe defend the next dragon, make some purple teams global gold issues. Trades are starting to go in Olaf's favor, which is really scary concept for purple team right now. I think one of the most important things for Ari is to get levels. This roam is really sketchy. On a scale of 1 to sketch based, this is sketch based.
Well, I mean, they don't know where Ziggs is, but Olaf is alone. Okay. Oh.
And the damage just isn't there on Ari right now. She did choose to go penetration, but at the end of the day, she's got a jubilee, a juxtaposition of items that really don't add up to much. If she got full Abyssal or full DFG, she'd really be a contender in the roaming. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. She's really far down, 60 CS and 2 kills. 1 kill. $2K of the lead is on Ziggs right now. So Mandrake's why he's one of the most dominant mids in this tournament.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Although, marksman and mid laners both have been playing pretty safely. There's only Ragnarok has died one time. Otherwise, zero
Honestly,
deaths
I'm
on all four.
really impressed with the purple team's bot lane. For the amount of pressure that Evelyn has put down there, they have done really well. It's amazing that that mission has not died yet.
Yeah.
CS down, you know, it's a Leo lane.
Engages
Like,
go down on Webcrawler. He ults into bot lane on Sivir to get away.
You got the
Ziggs ult comes in, hits Lucian. Leona not going to be able to tank the heat.
Everyone gets out. Bunch
Red
of.
team's turret has been destroyed.
And the only disadvantage there is that Mandrakes, they don't have an answer for him.
And Ziggs was able to assist in that fight and still be able to push down bot or middle turret.
This is going to come down to, you know, Ahri needs to get the gold, or Renekton needs to rotate. Giving tier 1 top is not the end of the world.
Red
He
team's
definitely,
turret has been
the
destroyed.
map needs him. It's one of those times as a top laner where it's like, hey, you know, campaign, you're winning campaign mode, you're doing great, but the map is falling apart, and it's when you could even give tier 1, or I'd even go as far as to say tier 2 tower top lane, as long as you're getting a couple kills in a tower. Like, the gold just needs to get on Ahri, because the map is 3v4,
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
or he's masquerading as a League of Legends champion right now, and she's really not. She doesn't have the gold.
He could have came in. Sorry, none more black. He could have fallen back from top earlier because Olaf took it anyway. So
Yeah, and we are seeing it's really bold on the Renekton picking up that pickaxe. So instead of building against Mandrakes, which is what I would have thought of Visage, he's going to go for the damage aspect of it and keep himself relatively open to magic. 63 MR is not that much on a tank. We do see the Kindle Gem though, so that could be, you know, the start of that Visage. Mandrakes with a Warden Tribush now, looking to him roaming around the map. They're putting pretty heavy words up. Very good job. And does get vision of the Evelyn trying to come around a counter jungle. Here's the Renekton rotation down. They're gonna spot that pink. This could be a fight for the pink. I don't know if they're willing to jump in on. And no, they're not willing to jump on the Renekton. And that's exactly what I'm talking about with the pressure that he just creates. Like, we already know Olaf and Evelyn at one stage of the game are scared. They don't want a 2v1 him. You can take that and just use that fact that they don't want that fight and make the 5v4 on the map, because Olaf's not that used to teamfight in comparison to Renekton. Renekton gets in, does a lot of AoE damage. Olaf just kind of runs train on an 80 carry. Everyone's been trying to run train for game. Like,
none more blacks looking for a fight. Gets
really
a stun off on Janna.
Jarvan getting into the mix.
Vipyrum comes in.
No.
Ragnarok hits it.
Big 6 targets for the ult. And now we see campaign for Olaf doing campaign for Olaf neck.
Blue team double kill.
This tower is just not gonna matter to anybody. And
Blue team triple kill.
killed Simmer. Huge.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And no kills coming out. 10 kills now.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I also point out that
Red team's inhibitor has been
everything
destroyed.
that they've tried to do, that was the first time Lucian has died.
Yep.
Again, for the amount of pressure they've thrown on him, he's done a really great job. He's making the best out of a bad situation, and he's still 3k gold down on Civ because of it, but
Yeah, considering he only has like a Zeal and a Phage.
And it's, you know, the CS
endurance.
be apart, but it's kills in global gold that's really just killing. It's strangling purple team's chances out because they've never gotten a dragon. They don't have a single tower on the map yet. They just don't have an answer to, you know, pretty much they're letting blue team set the pace of the game everywhere. When blue team wants to fight, they fight.
Yep.
And, you know, purple needs to come up with, you know, a plan of, okay, Renekton's dominant. Let
They
Renekton
could try to contest this dragon, but that doesn't look like they're going to be in position to.
Yeah, they're not, especially with Jarvan up on the top of the map. They're just, and here's Olaf. You know, Olaf is showing his presence to the map. It's a little easier when you're ahead, sure, but Olaf is really behind it seems of this game. And now he's just as strong, if not stronger, because of the gold.
Slain the dragon.
And honestly, Lucian really does just need some items. He's not at Trinity yet, and at 24 minutes, that's a really sketchy place to be at. See him and on Ragnarok here, he's forced to burn his ult. Damage is on. So big disengage, but lots of ults were burned. None of the high damage ones from blue team though. That's one thing we do have to keep in mind. And again, they could. It looks like they're moving back and forth. And Ari without an ult, that's really bad. They might not be able to fight this far down lane. They've been living off their towers anyway, and there's a 12k gold difference. They're setting up for the bait right here. They're forced to check.
Looks like they're going to start Baron.
And there's the wards. They do have vision on them. Headcaller looking for potentially a steal attempt. This is big. Wave clear, so they have to steal. Big strikes here. Jarvan almost earned his stripes there. It's okay. It's one of those things where you gotta. Oh my goodness. Mandrake, you need to calm down.
Calm down, Mandrakes.
The
Whoa. Too
Wow.
many ults.
yeah, and Jarvan, that's one of those things you can't expect. It's a bad situation. Jarvan, you know, props to him for trying and getting out alive. But you should never be expected to steal a Baron. If you mind, you can't just expect like that. It's really getting in and getting out. They are going to lose inhibitor. That's going to be 2 inhibitors. Stick to probably what blue team does best. It's systematically take buffs and then shove bot lane. And just they did it last game, and they like this systematic approach, and I think it's great. It's clock. This game's only 10-3, but it feels so much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Good Vibes is definitely the most tightly coordinated teamwork in terms of positioning, and you can tell that they've played together for a while.
Yeah, and yeah, you can just see by the way that, like they trust, you know, someone's making a call and there's 5 people reacting at the same time to it. There's not really hesitation coming across the board either. So we've also had poor Renekton sitting at Kindle Gem Pickaxe for a very long time. He's trying to get to the Spectre's Cowl and Spear of Visage, but like the gold income's not there. And it's one of those, if you don't have a tower next to you, you're in a really bad spot. You know, you just can add up the numbers across the map. There's 3 towers per lane, and 2 inhibitors are down. That's 6 towers plus 2 in the bottom lane. Let's say at 100 a pop, because I know it's more as we go further back. That's 800 to every player plus dragons and the Baron they have. Like, even if their lanes were 50 CS ahead, it'd still be even at best. You see the amulet coming out. Wonderful to see the Shirelias for the disengage from Leona, but she's just not tanky enough to get in there. And you know, it's all about you gotta. People don't understand is that when you lose the global gold, the people that are hurt the most, it's usually your front line, your jungler and your support. Like, and
Yeah.
then by definition, even though your carry's probably farmed, like Renekton's got 205 CS, he's 60 CS over Olaf, but it sure doesn't feel like it. You know, you could have fooled me, but the people that enable your carries to do so well are the ones that feel the brunt of it.
Yeah. I mean, every there's a pretty substantial gold deficit in every single lane except for top lane. Renekton is pretty much on par, but
A big sunlight, but it looks like they're just going to go through it. They don't have an engage here. Ari's trying to be an assassin, and she doesn't have it. She's got an assist, and it looks like they're getting cleaned house game again, being slippery. The legendary one death Game Freak still being slippery. The world wants him. How you only have one death with Evelyn and Olaf on the same team? That's like dive AD carry central. Props to him. He did a great job. Good games in both teams. That was really entertaining to watch.
definitely.
And I'm gonna dip and start driving back to my house. And
Sounds good.
it was thanks so much for obviously letting me hang out. It was a good time. So
Yeah, no problem.
good luck to anyone else. I don't know if anyone's gonna be. No, I don't think anyone's playing tonight.
No, I think that's our last game. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for having me. Good games,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thanks, Alex. We'll talk to you later.
See ya.
All right. So yeah, just again, that was Alex Hogenkamp, also known as Alamander, is his in-game name. Cool. So that was both of the matches that we had for tonight. I hope you guys liked the stream and it didn't have any issues or anything like that. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, I mean, it seemed like Five Finger Death Punch. It seemed like they had trouble sort of coagulating into any pressure to get any objectives. They didn't really have any control. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna take the stream down. Any questions or comments or whatever, just leave it on the Facebook wall. Any of them, the event or the group or whatever. Cool. Talk to y'all later.